I know you are used to your native palm oil rice, but hold on, have you tried this new addition? This is a must try. Hello, Valley family. In today's recipe, I'm going to share with you on how to make a very pot of delicious coconut palm oil rice. This is a must try. So, into a pot now, you're just going to go ahead and pour in your palm oil. After all, we are making palm oil rice. So, go in first with your palm oil. You don't necessarily need to bleach your palm oil. Just allow this to get a little bit hot and go ahead and add in your marinated fish. For this fish, I'm using the shiner or kote, anyone you call it. You can use any fish of choice for this recipe. And for the seasoning, I just season the fish with all-purpose seasoning, onion powder, and salt. So season this well and just put everything into the palm oil and allow this to fry. We're going to cover this oil because we don't want this to just smoke the kitchen. Just cover it up and allow this to fry. So a few minutes later, this is well fried. We're just going to open this up and take it out from the hot oil. You can decide not to cover your own pot when you're frying your fish. That is totally optional. But this helps reduce the smoke that comes out when you are frying your with palm oil. So after taking out the fish, this is the right time for you to add in your chopped onions. You're going to stir everything. At this stage, I just reduce my heat. If you've noticed, I just reduce my heat because the oil is actually very hot from frying the fish. So I reduce the heat and I'm going to fry these onions and allow this to release its flavor in this oil. The next thing we are going to add here is a pepper and tomato mixture. You can see I didn't smoothly blend this. I just want this texture for this. So this is a mixture of tomatoes, scotch bonnet pepper, and attache. So you're going to stir everything together and allow this for a few minutes for it to fry too. So you can use any pepper mixture of your choice. You can even decide to use only pepper. That is up to you. But just try this method out. The next thing we are going to add here is some crayfish. I realize some people don't fry their crayfish in their oil when they're cooking native rice like this. Please try this out. It's a game changer. The taste of the crayfish is going to be intense. That is what it's going to do. So after that, I added in some seasoning powder and salt. Go in now and add in your pomo. For the pomo, I just cook this pomo first with some water and salt. Drain the waters, washed it very well, and added this pomo into this. It is not properly cooked. I just removed that smell that comes with this soaked pomo. So just stir this, allow this pomo to soak some of this sauce, and I have this leftover dry fish head I've been reserving for this recipe. So you can decide to use any dry fish of choice. So at this stage, just add in your dry fish. Allow the dry fish to soak the sauce. So I'm just trying to put this into the fish so that it can soak this sauce. You don't want the dry fish to just taste on its own. You want the flavors from all this we are frying to properly infuse in the dry fish. So we leave this for a few minutes for pour in our freshly squeezed coconut milk. You can use the canned bought coconut milk, but for this, I just processed this myself. I just cut my coconut into tiny bits, blended it with some water, sieved it, and this is what we have. So I've added in the coconut milk now. This is the time for you to add in your native seasoning. I have the recipe on how to make your native seasoning is here on my page. So if you're interested, do well to check it out. So add in some native seasoning, cover this up and allow this to boil. So once it's boiling up like this is the time for you to add in your rice. For the rice, I've already parboiled it and I'm using the Nigerian rice for this. You can use any rice you have available. Depending on the type of rice you are using, you might not need to parboil yours. But for this Nigerian rice, I needed to parboil it. Get rid of some of the starch, and this is what we are adding to this mixture. Remember, your stock has to be boiling before you add in your parboiled rice. Let me add this here. Make sure to test the stock. That's the already boiling stock before you pour in your rice. Test and adjust to what is lacking because this is actually what is going to transform to your rice being very tasty. So at this point, remember the fish we fried. You're just going to add the fish into this. Just add the all the fish into this. Cover this pot and allow this to cook. So we are going to allow this for a few minutes for it to cook. Once it's well cooked, this is what this should look like. It's already smoking up, so I'm just reducing my heat at this point. Go ahead now and add in some boiled eggs if you have any. So you're going to pour in your boiled eggs because you want it to soak some of the flavors from this rice first. And I use my fork to poke these eggs add in some scent leaves. This is very important in this recipe. This is just going to highlight the taste more. So cover this up and give it additional minutes on fire for this to come together. And in no time, guys, this is what we have. See, our native coconut palm oil rice is ready. The flavor coming from this is everywhere. See, if you're not getting the flavors now, just know that something is actually wrong. So I'm just going to properly mix this all together, get the down to come to the top. Just mix this, make sure that everything is well incorporated. Just take a look at what we have. This is coming together, and the aroma from this is what I want you to try out. If you've not tried coconut milk in your native rice, please try it out, and I know it's going to be your family's favorite. If not, come and hold me responsible. So I'm just going to stir this all together. Make sure to mix it very well, and our rice is almost ready. But if you want your own native rice to have more vegetables, just feel free to add. Anything you add from this stage is just totally optional. And to those that think that palm oil rice is a supper food, I think they've not tried this recipe. Just try this out, and I know you take back your words because this is so good. This just hit the right spot. I only make these on special occasion for my family, and this is best served as it is hot. Serve this very hot. This is not that type of rice you just wait for it to cool before you serve it. So serve this as it is hot. Thank you guys for watching this video to this point. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you have enjoyed it, please let me know in the comment section below. I'd like to read from you. Your feedback means a lot to me. I share simple and relatable recipes just for you. And for my returning subscribers, you already know you have a special place in my heart. Thank you for your support. I'll see you guys with another amazing recipe. Take care. Bye.